You're live. That quick? All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Audrey Wright. Audrey Wright, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special, big up, shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to the students. Shout out to the school bus drivers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, payroll attendees. Shout out to construction workers, heavy equipment operators. Shout out to the secretaries in the offices. Shout out to the chefs in the kitchen. Shout out to whatever it is your job description is. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You are a good person. Shout out to you. And on a day like this, every single week, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. We made it, man. Made it through another week. Yeah, we made it through another week. Boy, we get a lot of weeks, see? Better use them wisely, I'm thankful. I made it through another week again. Again. Yeah. Shout out to everybody tuning in this morning. I'm up and feeling really good this morning. I don't know what it is. Just thankful to be alive, I guess. So let me just shout out some name. Lovely Aneka is in the building. Lovely Aneka, I appreciate you greatly. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody else tuning in. Please go over to Lovely Aneka's channel, click her link, and go see what she got going on over there. King David is in the building this morning. Wayne Nathan, Onika St. John is here with us this morning. Elaine Brown is here. Marilyn Grant is here. Mistress Michelle Banton is in the building this morning. Jane Ander, Onika St. John says happy Friday. And Julie Tapper is with us this morning. Karen Notice, good morning, SouFLoTV family. Up, up, up. It's the freaking weekend, baby. All right. We up and at it. Stacey Ann Williams is here. Marilyn Grant says, please like the live. Hit the thumbs up. Wayne Core says, Wayne Core is with us this morning, says, morning family. Donna Davis is here. BM is in the building. Veronica Gale. Jazzy Lady is with us. King Biggs on fire in the building early. Audrey Wright says, please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. And thank you. Pansy Slack Foster is with us this morning. Happy Friday to you, family. Thank you for being here. Julie Tapper in with the praying hands. Guava876 says, good morning, everyone. And Miss Goldie Robinson says, up, up, up. Unstoppable Josh, big up yourself. Says, bless up, and it's my Earth Strong. Unstoppable Josh, it's your Earth Strong. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Unstoppable Josh. Happy birthday to you. And I hope you are blessed with many more healthy, happy birthdays to come. Yes? Manners and respect to you, family, and thank you for being here. Boy, when you reach a certain age, you not even want to. Well, I don't know. I used to be like that, not anymore. But I'm happy to see every birthday. I just don't celebrate them like people make a big deal about it, like I have to do this and get that and go here and this. For me, a birthday is just a next day pass. And it's not because I'm not thankful. I'm very thankful. I think it's because I have so much going on. I have so much going on. As a man, I have to take care of a whole heap of people beside myself. So my birthday is like another now for my children's birthday, and everybody else's birthday is a different story, but not my birthday. And plus, I have a problem remembering birthdays. See, some of them tattoo here upon my hand, them tattoo here as birthdays, just so I don't, just so I don't forget them. And even with them tattooed on my hand, I still forget the birthdays. So, big up to you, Unstoppable Josh. Happy birthday to you, and I hope you live to see many more happy, healthy ones. Yes. All right. See, then the family is telling you happy birthday as well. A couple of things we're going to get out the way first, real quick. I tell people all the time, right? I say, you see this platform right here? It's on autopilot, and I don't control it no more, really. I just do the work. And because I love doing the work so much, the work is done to a certain standard. Y'all remember I told you just last month, there was somebody that came on the channel and left one big comment that said, move on, go. So and so, come and kick where your foot. You're not even reached 350K yet. You should have that already. And look how long you're up on YouTube. All right. I told the person, I said, listen, first of all, you don't have to compare me to anybody. Everybody have their time and their space. It's big enough for all of us out here. I don't even compare me to anybody. I just do my work because I love doing what I do, right? But since you're doing the comparison, right? We are going to do the comparison this morning. I don't want to call the other person name who they keep coming over here and calling, but some of you know who I'm talking about. But watch the numbers, because last month we were not even at 350K subscribers. Go and look at how much we are at this morning. All right, then. That's all I got to say. So that would mean that 20,000 new people subscribe to this channel in that short space of a time. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so again, I love what I do. We do it. We do the work, and there's a family unit over here that make things happen. Right, right. So shout out to every new subscriber. Shout out to everybody who find the material worthy enough for them to hit subscribe. Shout out to everybody who tune in on a regular basis. You're the oil that keeps this engine running like a fine-tuned motor. You see what I'm saying? All right. I couldn't buy that. You can't buy 20,000 subscribers in that short period of a time. It just happened. I just woke up one day and I was like, yo, babe, look, when the channel reach us up, right? And then I woke up the next day and I was like, yo, 10 more. Just like that. Woke up another 2 more, 3 more, 5 more. Okay, man. We doing the work. All right. And we enjoying it. So let's come and enjoy the work. That we are dealing with over here. Another one. Somebody asked me yesterday for Saninka Limited. They said, SouFLo, me want the solar lady information. I'm going to put it in the comment section for you. It's Saninka Limited. Y'all might see my commercials running for Saninka Limited. And I say stuff like, I'm a country boy. I come from the rural, dark hills of Clarendon, where, people still carry buckle torch, or it dark up there. So we don't have to do that anymore, and we don't have to wait for government to put in a street light. These lights that Sunlinka have, they are solar powered. Not only that, it's a great gift for you to give somebody who's living on the island, because Soninka has connections in Jamaica that will go to them and get it set up for them wherever your location is at on the island, and have it working. And it's a street light that's bright as ever, and you control it from the ground by remote control, and it is powered by the sun, so you don't even have a GPS bill, right? So I'm going to put Soninka's number right here and say it while I'm putting it is 1954 1954, yes, 954 275 275 9737, and that is Soninka Limited, solar lighting company. All right. So there's the number for who was asking it for it yesterday, and y'all can go reach out to them. Okay. And boom. Drop it right there. 1954 275 9737. And you can call them through WhatsApp. So you don't have to worry about go buy a phone card and all this to call. Even if you're in another country, just go through WhatsApp and they'll accept your call there. And like I said, they have people on the island. So it's not like somebody is going to just ship you something and you have to go figure out how to set it up and you don't know how to work it. They have people that come there, figure it out, set it up, fix it up for you and everything, and leave you with a remote control in your hand and your light working. The lights are super bright. Super bright. And matter of fact, hold on there. You might not be able to see it too bright, but I have to do this morning. So here is one. I just want to give you a quick example of what the lights look like, so you know what I'm talking about. And all right, my SouFLoTV audience, anybody who knows me knows that I come from the rural The light look like that.
And from I was a child until now, government still has not installed any street lights in some of the darkest corners of Jamaica. But guess what? We are doing it for ourselves. Just link up with Sunninka Limited because these solar-powered street lights are powerful. They are commercial grade, remote controlled. They are waterproof. And did I mention that they are solar powered? So you don't have to wait on JPS. You don't have a bill to pay. These are powered by God's Son. Yes, and you stay on the ground and you remote control it to the brightness of your liking. And all these things. Light up your lanes and streets and farms and corners and areas and be safe.
See how bright they are?
All the information needed is on the screen. And Sunninka deals with your installation and everything. Call them right now and get yourself out of the darkness and into the light. And tell them that SouFLoTV sent you. All right?
All right. See that? Super bright. Put that in front of your house, in your backyard, anywhere like that. It's a great gift to give to somebody on the island. And for those of you who have your family, your people on the island in Jamaica, I always stress this. Take care of your people. You know, things that don't mean much to you mean a lot to them. You know, some little take care of your people good. Some of you be flying down there and wondering why nobody not come pick you up and why you lost all connection with everybody because you're selfish. That's why. For some of you, you're damn selfish, and some little things that you can actually do to help out your people, you just it's like you forget them, right? We not do them something there. We stay in touch with our people. We take care of our people. So when we go our yard, we good that way. And them take care of we and them happy for see with them actually happy for see with. Somehow nobody not happy for see no. That's why I don't have to go into a resort. Nothing wrong with going in a resort. I'm just saying. When you turn your back on your family, don't expect nobody to run around and go pick Aki for you and hooks out the Aki them because you're going back to foreign and you need Aki to carry back and all these other things. And people in a business boy you. See? So take care of your people them so them can take care of you. Just a little heads up. All right, we got a couple of things to talk about this morning, boy. Did y'all yesterday we talked about Warmington, Everall Warmington, the Jamaica Labour Party official who, after losing their constituency, he went on a microphone and said to the people in the area something along the lines of, no PNP, nah get no money for spend round here, nah spend for me money round here. He is also a sitting member of parliament, or at this point he was, which means he is a senior lawmaker. So when the funds come down to go to each constituency, he has the power to withhold that money from going to the constituency. Seeing what he said was offensive to many, and it ended up costing Everall Warmington his position. He has now resigned from the cabinet. We're going to go through some of the controversial things that Everall Warmington has said over the years. But Dennis Meadows, the other politician I showed you, yeah, politics time are going in Jamaica right now, you know. Dennis Meadows, the other politician who belongs to the People's National Party, he was kicked out by Mark Golding for his chopper statement where he said to the youth them were out there chop. Somebody in the background say, yeah, the one them when I want to go do no work. And he said, me not have no problem with you chopping. The only problem I have is, and he was basically telling them that he doesn't have any issues with scamming because they chopped us back in slavery days. So I guess him look upon it like reparations, which is a bad. Listen, somebody did that back in the day. I'm not even gonna bring up the name of who said it or did it, but it caused a big stir. Peter Bunting at the time took such individuals' image to a meeting in the United States of America and gave them that person's photograph, and that person became Jamaica's number one enemy. He is currently doing 35 years before eligible for parole and just went to the Privy Council. You figure out who that is because he said that, you know, the scamming thing is reparation and they didn't like that one bit. So fast forward now to a prominent politician saying that on a stage. Not good. He ended up getting kicked out of his party as well. So how it went yesterday? The People's National Party first got rid of Dennis Meadows, and they got rid of him, as soon as the thing dropped. Now everybody was like, okay, Mark just had do it for political points. But the reality of it is, it's called accountability. Yeah, because everybody was saying, yo, he needs to go. There's no way you could be in that position and be endorsing that publicly. I don't care. You need to go. Some people were saying that's too harsh. Suspend him for a certain amount of time, but don't take away his whole career, right? Well, he was let go completely. Now, after he did that, the JLP, Jamaica Labour Party, which is run by Andrew Holness, they had to look at what they were dealing with now with Warmington, because everybody now was saying, well, if the People's National Party just let go Dennis Meadows, let's see what Andrew is going to do with Warmington. Kind of look like him afraid of Warmington. Well, it came down the line first that the Jamaica Labour Party is distancing itself from the comments that were made by senior lawmaker and sitting member of parliament, Everett Warmington. And then people started saying, that's not enough. You distancing yourself from the comment. He is still in the party. He still has the same ideology that if it's not a JLP in the area, he's cutting funding to that area. He just told us how y'all do business. So unless you want everybody to think that that's what y'all do, then you better let him go. Well, he resigned. About a couple more hours later, news headline was that he resigned. So he resigned from his position as well. And now we have both of them no longer associated with their parties. To be honest with you, we as Jamaicans know that that is exactly how politics is done in Jamaica already. If you didn't know that, that's because you just didn't want to know that. Me know that from me little. And I know that as a big person even more. If it's JLP is in power and it's a JLP constituency where most of the people dress up in green and say JLP and jump up and down and support the who is in power, their area gets more funding than an area who is neighboring that area who is PNP stronghold. That's just how it goes, right? Is it right? Hell no, it's not right. It's them playing politics with the people's life. The money, when the money comes in, the money is supposed to be divided between these constituencies evenly. Money to fix the road, money to fix up the infrastructure, which would provide jobs within those communities. So how can you starve out a community because you're the ruling party and they didn't vote for you, they voted for the other side? That's not how it's supposed. That's not a democracy. Then you understand, and you're not gonna win anybody over that like that, anyways, unless you're forcing them to. So the message in Jamaica is it's a brutal message. It's this: vote for us or we starve you out. Right. So vote buying goes on and intimidation goes on all the time, just on different levels in different ways. We call that government badness. Yeah, political gangsters with them government badness. And that's been the way how Jamaica is run. So Warmington coming out and saying that, it was just showing us exactly what they do all the time. So I was waiting to see if Andrew Holness them was gonna keep him or if they were gonna let him go. They let him go. They don't want us to believe that that's how they do business, but it is, right? With that said, headline says President of the People's National Party Mark Golding has announced the removal of Dennis Meadows as the party's provisional candidate for North Trelawney. In a video circulated yesterday, which captured the attention of many on social media and other platforms, Meadows was heard giving support to the choppers them. If you don't know what choppers are, those are the scammers. The popular local term used for lotto scamming. And in a statement issued on Tuesday, Golding said, Comrade Meadows, continuation as the candidate is untenable in light of this egregious remarks on the platform. Given that scamming is one of the Jamaica's most serious national security challenges, which I explained to you yesterday, that scamming is linked very much to the influx of the guns, the demand for the guns, and the amount of people murdered on the island per year. If they were getting the money but weren't killing each other off, it would be a different story. But the money comes, and so does the guns and the murders. Right. Let this precedent be a warning, Mark Golding said, to all who serve in this PNP under my leadership. We are demanding higher standards of accountability. Jamaica will no longer tolerate weak, unprincipled leaders who say one thing but they do another thing. Jamaica and Jamaicans deserve better, and I will give it to them. Meadows had apologized for his comments, saying, I pledge to exercise greater responsibility moving forward. But that was too little, too late. Golding, in his statement, also expressed gratitude to Meadows for his contributions during this time as the PNP's provisional candidate, and he wishes him the best in whatever future endeavors he undertakes. Meadows is a former Jamaica Labour Party senator who had switched over to the PNP side. Hmm. Well, yeah, move like an agent then, Meadows. Because why would you switch from JLP to PNP and then come over there, come say things like those? You know? I would say not everybody who say they on your side is actually on your side. I didn't know that part. I didn't know that he was JLP before. He was a former Jamaica Labour Party senator, and he switched over to the People's National Party and now start grandstanding for scamming, which would paint a bad eye on the People's National Party. Right, right. Somebody said that's where the King David said that's his true nature. Audrey Wright said so. Look like Big Buddy Andrew never want the people them start calling him Little Buddy Andrew. So he make a move to. Yes, he had to make a move, my friend. Me don't know about the Big Buddy party now. The woman did a ball out that. I don't want nobody talk about SouFLo out there calling Andrew Big Buddy Andrew. Like him like man buddy. Yeah, I was it's not me. I wasn't saying that. Boy, BM says that's to show you what has been happening behind closed doors. Absolutely. Yvonne Wallace says foolishness. Bye to both of them. Opposition leader teaching the PM to lead. Mostly bye to Miss Tracy Warmy. Tracy Warmy. Warmington afraid for chase people, you know. Hey, listen. So throughout his years in public service, member of parliament for St. Catharines Southwest, Emperor Warmington, he has earned a reputation for his verbal outbursts. Somebody was saying that in the live yesterday, and I said I would go look it up and I would come back with what I found because I didn't know anything about him. I saw one picture with him with his middle finger stuck up like this, standing in the middle of the street, and I thought, okay. Now, following the loss of the Jamaica Labour Party seat in St. Catherine Monday, local government election, they lost. He seemed determined to live up to that reputation when, in his capacity as cabinet minister with responsibility for works, he vowed to limit public funds and resources made available to the opposition People's National Party councillor elect in the Old Harbour South Division. Him said, no PMP boy now spend for me money round ya. Yeah. Make sure that them not get nothing. I'm in a business. Who them put for run round ya? We run this. And them for know that along those lines, right? Not quote unquote exactly, but that's what it was. Go back and look at the video. All right. The comment received widespread condemnation, and Warmington was forced to resign on Thursday. And like I said, that's a damning piece of statement that he made because we as Jamaicans know that that's exactly how them do politics in Jamaica. But to hear one of them actually come out and say it, just like to be honest with you, just like Dennis Meadows, a lot of people say SouFLo. You must think they're just little man I do choppings in Jamaica. Whole heap of them politician boy there. Why you think the chopper them so protected? Because whole heap of them politician boy there that them in a too, right? So for him to come out and say it, he was only bolstering what everybody else was already saying on the low already. Either way, wasn't a good look. See, even though me did I say, yo, if the choppings become legal and them start support it still, you might see me I run with a one suitcase, after I got my yard because I have things to do, people to see, them kind of something there. Anyhow, um, take a look back at Warmington. Shout out to the Observer. Let's take a look back at Warmington's brushes with controversy over the years. And here's a few of them. He had one that was called Go to Hell. That happened March of 2011. Them I go way back. On March 8th of 2011, it happened to be International Women's Day. Warmington told CVM TV female anchor Carolyn Brown to go to hell before terminating a live phone interview with her after being questioned about his reasons for remaining in Parliament despite being a United States citizen, which actually makes him ineligible to sit in the House. And him hang up the phone. Him say, go to hell and, and hang up the phone. Now that's a legitimate question, right? But a lot of people would say, yo, why you not go to Jamaica and get into politics? Well, first of them is that you would have to give up your US citizenship, right? Right. And they found out that he had not given up his, and remains a U.S. citizen. I don't know if 2024 he is still a U.S. citizen, but back then when she asked him, it was a live show with a live interview, but it was done by phone. And him shout out, "Go to hell," and hang up the phone when she asked him. So how come you're in that position and you still have your U.S. citizenship, right? Right? All right. The next one now, an expletive laden tirade at journalists, August of 2015. So, in August of 2015, Warmington had a run in with journalists who were covering the then opposition JLP's caucus that month. Warmington verbally abused members of the press as photographers tried to take his picture and also pushed the camera of a young reporter from the Gleaner Company. The MP later attributed his actions to the effects of some medication that he was taking and said that he regretted he regretted those actions. Right. If I was on my medication, I wasn't in my right mind, kind of thing. I laid hands on him, but I was sorry. Uh, the next one is August 15th, Flipping the Bird 2015. August 2015, Flipping the Bird. That's why I told y'all I seen him out in the streets like this, and I was wondering what was that about. However, he says less than a week after abusing the journalist and saying it was his medication he was on, Warmington was at it again. And this time he flipped the bird at a group of media personnel and JLP supporters at the party's Belmont Road headquarters while wearing a neck brace. Something happened to him neck. Me don't know what. Now he didn't want to be on camera, I guess, and they put the camera upon him. A sitting member of parliament. He was like, take a blood clot camera off of me. He. Hannah, now called a Jezebel. This happened January of 2016. These are some of his controversial moments. Mad Mama don't carry on Jones. What? Wait. So in January of 2016, two People's National Party groups started an online petition for the suspension of Warmington for calling government MP Lisa Hanna a Jezebel, a derogatory term for a woman to mean evil and scheming. Oh, I never know some call Lisa Hanna a Jezebel. Any, anyhow, um, and that was in when? That was 2016, January 2016. But have no fear, he was not finished there. So a soldier was reportedly called an asshole February of 2016. Same year. A month later, after calling Lisa Hanna a Jezebel, Warmington reportedly called a member of the JDF Jamaica Defense Force a asshole at a polling station during the 2016 general elections. The incident reportedly occurred at the Old Harbor Primary School in St. Catherine after a soldier told him he had to go inside the polling station alone. You can't bring in your cliques and crews with you, sir. You have to go in alone. Warmington reportedly told the soldier, you have no authority to order me. Let the police address me. You're an asshole. Don't say nothing. Is a bad boy. Wait, Warmington is a gangster. You have no tell soldier. You have no authority to order me. Let the police address me. You're an asshole. Don't say nothing. or uh, now, furthermore, down the road, October 2018, there's one that's called "Get Off My Phone." Warmington again displayed vile behavior towards a woman in October of 2018 after reporters Sashana Small of Business Access TV called him to get a comment on a strike that was being staged by workers on a road project. He said, "Don't call me and ask me no damn nonsense. Get off my phone." He, he barked at her before terminating the phone call, kind of like what Chief Curry said to L.A. Lewis. Come off of my phone. Don't call me and ask me no damn nonsense. Get off my phone. So this is a politician who the media is reaching out to for some accountability. You know what's going on in your constituency. You know they're staging a strike on this project. You don't call me and ask me no nonsense. Get get off the phone. I don't need to give you no update. That's another one. This one was September of 2022. When contacted for an update on the government's pace of works to replace a collapsed bridge in Troy Trelawney, Warmington, you know, see the same piece of bridge there? I think it's that same piece of bridge that I showed y'all. The bridge still collapsed to this day, right? Anyway, when contacted for an update on the government's pace of work to replace the collapsed bridge in Troy Trelawney, Warmington appeared to be annoyed by the Sunday Observer's interest. Tell me something. Is that the only bridge in Jamaica that need replacement or repair? This was his response. Tell me something. Is that the only bridge in Jamaica that need replacement or repair? I don't need to give you no update at all. I'm asking if that is the only bridge in Jamaica that need replacement or repair. This is not the only one. This was his response before again abruptly hanging up the phone on the person's calling, which was the Jamaica Observer, by the way. So wait no. Him love hang up him phone for people to use of the race card. November 2022. Yeah, one more after this. Bear with me. As a JLP Area Council 2 meeting, Warmington launched a broadside against opposition leader Mark Golding over his race. His skin color, his race, hair texture, race, his, makeup. In launching the attack, Warmington boldly asserted that the Jamaican-born Golding will never become prime minister in Jamaica because of his skin color. Apparently, believing that no one inside the JLP can rein him in, Warmington, for good measure, added a little bit more. He said, "I can say anything I want to say, as long as I don't embarrass the Prime Minister. Let them go to hell." His comments were condemned by the private sector organization of Jamaica and the Office of the Political Ombudsman. I don't know if him never say Edward Siaga and if him never say Michael Manley to make a statement that Mark Golding could never be prime minister because of his skin color. But okay, the two most prominent prime minister Jamaica has ever had would be those two guys. Them frig up the thing and set the pace for what it is and where we are today, right? And the last one now is I don't tour with councillor caretakers. That's the last one. That happened on May of 2023 during a tour of Portland Eastern on May 3rd last year. Warmington was seen angrily berating a councillor caretaker for the Fellowship Division, Colin Bell. Warmington reportedly told Colin Bell that he will not be conducting a tour with councillor caretakers, regardless of their party affiliation. You don't follow my tour. caretakers are not recognized in the Constitution of Jamaica. Is is what he told. So in other words, then you in a little position when nobody not even recognized. He told him that caretakers are not recognized in the Constitution of Jamaica. You don't follow my tour, you go so. Go over there, so. I let me do what me come for do. That's how I say. Oh, yeah, he's a bad man, he's a gangster. You see? Well, his time has come to an end, and that was that. And I don't know if he's still a US citizen, but I'm sure he probably was at the point where he was ready to retire anyways. You know, they make a whole heap of money, you know, him not just get multi-million-dollar salary raise. So I'm sure he probably didn't want to give that up. Boy, I mean, I try work myself in one of them position there here, so later on in life, you never know. That man is off his, he look like him did off his meds constantly though. he, he don't want nobody to talk to him. Nobody. Nobody can tell me nothing what to do. A bad man. As long as I don't embarrass the Prime Minister, I can say what the Ross was say. Well, sir, that was embarrassing to the Prime Minister. Move on, go. You can't tell me nothing neither. You are not recognized in the Constitution of Jamaica. Yo. Yo. All right, sir. So anyway, that is that for them too. Now we have other things we're gonna talk about this morning. Honestly, with the two comments that were said, I was saying at first, don't take it so much to heart. You know, for some reason, I have empathy for people. Like, you get up on the stage, you make a wrong talk. It could be in the heat of the moment kind of thing. Don't just finish the man whole career just because of that, right? A forced resignation or just kick him out. That's being fired. How about a punishment? How about some community service work, so on and so forth, right? But then again, majority of the people are calling for both of them to be done away with. And I'll tell you the truth. I'm a person like this, right? Me like people were brash and bold and just say what them feel like. You know why? There's a method to this. Check it. You see, when people brash and bold and say what them feel like, them always tell upon themselves. And them always tell you everything else that's going on behind the scenes. So for me, it would be strategic to issue a little punishment to somebody like this, but keep them there. And keep them there still, you know, but politics are play right now. Everybody emotions are running high right now. So it's like if you say something like that, you have to do away with. Now, I want you to remember something. Remember these two guys now. Let's see where they end up in the future. And I'll give you a perfect example. Remember back in the pandemic when we were not supposed to get more than 6 in a building and more no closer than 6 feet close to each other apart, etc., etc. And we had to go in our yard in Jamaica by a certain time. We were in Jamaica too. We carried my whole family down there, and we were there. And we had to run. Sometimes we are run up from one parish. I drive like mother going to the next parish. See people in Jamaica turn up out the road there. Yo, so we're going feed jerk chicken. I done it done. Yeah, you know, no pork. I see we trying to get to the house. Cause police up on the road, but some of the people didn't really care. All right, y'all remember during that period, the video that came out that had them popping champagne and celebrating Floyd Green. All right, yes, great goodies. Did you remember what Andrew Holness did? Because there was a loud outcry. But you see where Floyd Green is today, right? All right. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello, Mr. SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning? Your background noise is very loud.
I don't have remember from my television.
Yes, that's
I want to see something.
It's your background noise, your television.
Okay, I turn it off. I was calling when I heard these things. I don't know these people, but I'm telling you, that man Warmington is terrible, and that other one that do the chopper business. That man, They should have fired both of them immediately as soon as they come out with this foolishness.
Yeah, they did.
And that Warmington should have get fired a long time ago.
That's
and
what,
the next thing,
yeah.
when Andre Stevens come out and said what he did to him, they should have fired him
what?
immediately.
Wait, hold on, what?
You remember Andre came out and said how Warmington was trying to have sex with him when he was in the JLP party. Sometime Andre Stevens talk on the show. They should have get rid of him immediately.
Wait, slow down. Wait.
Not long ago, Andre came out and said it on his show. And they should have get rid of these people. These people is bad eggs. How can you running for government and in parliament and talking this kind of foolishness, cursing people out? You know, these things wouldn't happen here. They would not happen. The minute, my God, Morrison never will not like this. That man is terrible. That Warmington, his mouth is filthy. So I don't know, Andrew, all of these people make the government can't go right because of the behavior is bad. They're talking a lot of foolishness, encouraging the citizens with nonsense. The ones that that's terrible.
Wait.
To just listen to them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this. All right.
So he should have. They should have throw him in the river long time ago. And the other one too with the chopper, Mark Golden let him go, and I was so happy. All two of them, and when any one of them come out with their mouth, they need to get rid of them. They don't need to be in no party. They punishing the citizens and treating them like it's worse than Africa. The way they behave with these people.
Yeah.
And some of them enter government and within two. You know, if these people was in this country, they would have been in jail long time ago. They entered government 6 and 7 years ago, and them with the richest people in the place. All this money disappearing, nobody giving account about it. All of them need to get out. It's too much. They're terrible and disgusting, man. Sickening.
All right, family.
Okay, Mr. Sophie, that's my little input for the morning.
Thanks for your input.
And God bless you.
God bless you.
God
too.
bless you.
All right, now. Shit choke me. What she said now about Andre Sawano? Wait there. Cause I can't keep up. I don't keep up. So I wouldn't know. I see a lot of people in the comments saying yes, it's so. Yeah, me shock. Wait. I thought Warmington would be a Gallus. No? So Andre called him name pan that like he was trying to my God. So he was trying to grab Andre by the oh God, dear. Well, wow. No, me not sips tea, me have to slurps tea. Wow. What a mix up. Oh wow. Are we talking about the same person? Fiesty Warmington nang give PNP no money. The same guy resigned yesterday. Warmington him. What? So I believe Andre. Well, on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Don't laugh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh God.
Parties.
Wait.
You need for the class.
Wait, your phone a break up. What?
I don't know why.
You didn't know about this?
Wi-Fi. Wait, let me go back to Wi-Fi and see it.
You don't believe Andre?
I don't believe Andre. We know about that long time before. Andre talk about it.
Wait.
Yes.
So wait there.
Bad like ideas. All of the young boys.
So him in like
both ways.
Oh.
But him that the way more than the one ways. That's why I deal with one stuff.
Oh.
Yes. Look, there was a big opening one day with big dispute.
Oh
With
wow.
Dr. Germain Garden
Eh.
interview a young man. And Warmington did him and beat him on the sun and give him no money and kick him out when he asked for money. Yes.
Oh wow.
What angle were they with?
So shake like banana leaf in a
Oh, the
storm.
whole of them parliament no clean. From the head to the teeth.
Jaja God.
No. You see, Dr. Germain Garden,
Eh.
we didn't over the pasta. Good pasta that.
No, me know Dr. Jamaican Garden.
Oh, in Lagos, some pasta. I mean to say good pasta. There,
My God.
Me listen, me can't believe, but you cannot influence of somebody don't have to listen and tell you, oh,
No, me I go over there. Me I go listen for myself. Come on. No, me want know.
Tiny. Okay, man. He called for name top to bottom. One of the twins in it, he said, big up Vegas. The former prime minister, they were there. His mother said, him like the president. So what? The best. The you need to go listen.
I will.
What
I sure will.
Twins of twin. One of them. Like,
Yeah, I sure will.
no, you need to support your boy. Next month is send one with all of the income.
Eh.
In a every day, you will be a person. Yes, man. Andre told us. Andre Stephen told us. Let me tell you something. When me and the passing mother, my stomach sick, but me glad say about 8 months before, long time my spirit gone away from him. Look you went that time.
You see why me say me like people who are brash. Because I'm gonna tell you everything we are going around there. So
Oh, let me tell you something. Me love you, you know. I'm going to tell you why. So when time Andre want happy and I'm win, me glad you know because you see what go down. Andre mad. You think Andre mad? You need to listen. You can't listen because you have your own thing at home.
Right.
Okay, so my thing you cannot operate on a low frequency vibration, but me operate on it sometimes, we laugh. Yes. I mean have to know faster.
yeah, man, me multi-dimensional man. Me can, in and out of different dimensions. You know, get stuck in any one place. But yeah, sometimes me go very low very low vibrational. Because I have to pick up some frequency from lower figure.
Yes.
Yeah, when Ninja Man said if I didn't do the coke, I couldn't tell you about what the coke does. So I had to
That is true. That's why
me not do no coke enough to come tell you what coke does. I'm just saying. But yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Just make a point. But look here, man. You say, Andrew, don't you think it matter? You know, matter no a selling sell out, make it go. But not say you ain't go and when you talk about Black as Association, one big consider and then win and cut up in a pass who sell out to take money from this politician and this and that. I'm glad you upset, but we say something to you one time, but you never read. But so you're busy, but long after you're reading, maybe you say something, I may just read it in lines. Look here. We know you're not like nobody, you know. But look here, just love how you operate the same way. Continue to love it.
Manners. What? Yo, let's spicing up my Friday morning, no man. I would have never thought. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning. What go on, family, me there, you know?
Everything go on?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, the little thing about Warmington a real talk.
So, I mean, alone, they know them something there?
Me have a youth. Me usually, well, me had him as friend and thing. But I never know this boy a fish on with them things. And me always I wonder when get so much sitting from. Living in New Harbour village and sitting. Him no live there, him no live at Jamaica again though. But him usually there in New Harbour. Him living a Manhattan right now. And thing, I me always wonder, what the fuck? Me not see this boy I got work and him a drive big vehicle and all of them sitting there every time. But you know, he never did a click to me or nothing. He live right beside Gage baby mother. Which by Gage baby mother usually live. Maybe if she listen, she can call and contest to that. Yeah, man. Bossy, go over there night and go rig out a dog. And sitting, you know, when I find out long after me, I never believe. And one night, I park on the road. And sitting, I'm sit for myself.
Oh, God.
And sitting now, when me ask him about it, he say, he never know if he tell me because he's afraid to lose my friendship. You see, friend, that is like, me did say, me go broke him up because me never want nobody to say, you know, maybe I pray me. And sitting and say, me a fish too, but after me just, you know, I feel life here, so if you want to end up, you see me doing thing. But yeah, man, that boy Warmington is a sprat. I tell you about something I'm seeing. Zin?
Brother, you know, so one time, all right, so
I don't
judge.
call you name, but
No, don't do it. No,
I'm not gonna call it.
All right.
But you balling head and sitting on the bleach out, white right now. And if you see him, yeah, as you see him, you see it.
Foreign him live now.
But yeah. I think him want a Louis V fashion designer now too. So I'm working way up, you know. Or it could be say such man gain position since he was citizen over here, or whatever. I mean, even know. And just my assumption that part there. I know they in a higher place and maybe know I can make phone call and sit.
Stuff, all right. All right, my brother. Judge of God.
All right, cool.
All right, sir. Fooled me. Big time fool me. Me not lie. I swear to God. Me look for the man yesterday. I say, you know, says an old gal is this. I don't know why I thought that. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello?
Manners, brother.
Manners, what go on?
There.
You ain't talk to winner, you're up on the live.
Yeah, me know. Me call about a different thing from the topic we are talking about though.
Well, what's the way I say now?
Alright. About a month ago me call you and tell you some more and talk to you about something and you say call you back after the live and me call you back right through and can't get through to you. You see me?
What did you call me about?
Alright, here's the situation now. Me tell you what I want so that after the live, me call you, more than love for you pick up.
Okay.
Me live in a Europe. Jamaica live in a Europe. I have two daughters with a woman in Jamaica. Big mother. Me and her break up and my five my two daughters, them I have them with me.
So you take
the main issue we are trouble me.
You take
The
them
main
to
issue
Europe.
we are trouble me. Yeah, me take them. Me have my daughter them with me now.
Okay.
The main issue we are trouble me is that my father dropped out last month. And
condolences.
Me I got Jamaica. Respect. Me I got Jamaica in about 2 weeks' time for my father's funeral. The issue I have is that my two daughters was molested while they was with their mother by her own sister.
Them auntie.
Yeah. And the issue I have with what I need to reason about is that what do I need to do? Because the truth is that I don't want to stop them from seeing their mother, but the truth is that I don't want my children them nowhere around her. If she can come just visit and see them, fine. You understand? But me know it all cause a big issue. So that's why I want you advise on it.
The children them call all right. If me turn right now and go so and show like when me say me busy enough people don't understand say me busy. Right? This is me doing if me not do taxes, me I do something else or something else. So I don't mean to I like to be a person of my word. So if me say call me back or me I'll call you back, I normally stand on those, right? But if in that issue where you can't get to me, you know, since you're here right now and we are talking about it right now and that much gone out already, I don't know secret. So check it. Did they tell their mother that happened to them and who did it to them?
Yes, but the mother didn't believe.
But the mother, no.
She didn't believe when they told her.
Right.
That's the biggest issue.
But they did tell her.
Yes.
And where is this auntie now?
They still get together. I think they're so close because I think she even take care of her own children, keep them around and all that. And that is my biggest issue.
More children their own are.
Yeah.
Hey, from a personal standpoint, all right, me not gonna go mad. But from a personal standpoint, I wouldn't have my kids around that person or around anybody that's close to that person. And me no say them mother, but I wouldn't have my kids around. Now you and her need to have a conversation as to why she didn't believe them. And does she believe them now?
I did because right now my children are in therapy. Right now.
What did she say? Did she say she believed them now? Huh? Did she say she believed them now? Are she still
know that they're in therapy, she don't believe.
Okay, well, yeah, me and my kids can't go around you then. The kids shouldn't go around her then. The kids should not go around her. So there's justice that you can do, right? Because if people would do something like that, grown people that do those things, they normally have a pattern and they don't stop. So when kids leave who they are currently molesting, them find other picnic to molest. Now you can do a service to those other children by reporting that case to their local authorities in the area, just so they know about it ahead.
What they call it again in Jamaica, the child development agency, something like that. The case of my children are there because right now they are going. It's in the high court. It's in court.
Okay.
And I hope to God she spend the rest of her life in prison.
And in Jamaica, that's so that not gonna happen. And it's sad to say, but it's not. So the case, so you have a case, and the case is before the high court. All right.
The court, yeah.
Well, you're doing all you can do. There's nothing else you can do. The only other thing where you can do is some vigilante justice thing. I think there's where you want to go. You know.
But the only thing I'm worried about, is like as I'm saying, my father is late. I'm going to Jamaica in 2 weeks, and I'm just thinking your advice is:
are you taking your children with you?
Come and see them or not?
No, that's a no. I'm sorry to say, but that's a no. That's a no.
That's the advice,
if she can't listen to me, if she can't even accept, you have them in therapy right now. So I'm sure in therapy things are being revealed, right? If she can't even accept that what they told her is true, and she still have up who did that to them around her, she's operating in a space of denial. It's not safe for your kids to go around her. She might be revengeful. She might treat them a different kind of way. She might even abuse them in a certain type of way. She have to come to a place where she realized that did happen to her kids, and then she have to get on board with what's going on and be a part of their healing process. If she can't do that, then the kids shouldn't be around her. Because bear trauma that for them. Psychological trauma is what that is for those children. Just being around her. You see, for the simple facts of them tell her and she didn't believe, and that's their mom, that's severely traumatic. So no, the kids shouldn't be around her. Not no time soon.
Respect for that, because I want to tell you, it take my auntie for all of this happen, because I'm an auntie my children them tell, and she bring it to the police, and everything end up in a court.
Wow. So the poor picnic them tell them mother, them tell them auntie.
And she didn't believe.
The children are reaching out for help, my friend. Don't bring them back around that woman there.
Respect, my brother.
See? Protect your kids, man, and I respect you for that. You know how we feel about the picnic them already, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Don't bring them around her. All right. And manners and respect, my brother. And safe travels on your journey. Gonna lay daddy to rest on these things, right?
Yeah, man. Respect.
Yeah, and here's one more advice for you. So when you go down there, move a certain kind of way, if you know what I mean. Nobody play close up with people too much. You're there to put your father to rest. You do that, but nobody go kick up foot and sit down around certain people too much because Jamaica run a kind of way, my friend, and you don't know who might want certain things happen to you.
Definitely. Come me surprise
right.
them. I come from one of the most dangerous inner city from Jamaica, so me know.
All right then. So you don't know already. All right.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Well, manners and
You see
respect,
me?
my brother.
Respect my brother.
All right, manners.
Respect for your advice.
Yes, I am. Manners.
Yes. Yeah.
Boy. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing? I know you're engaged, baby mother.
I'm doing. Huh?
It's not you, it's engaged, baby mother. That was next door.
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
No, don't bother with me. Okay, so I want to just tell that man if he's listening, be very careful, just like what you said. But you know what I do when I'm going down, because I have not such a harsh issue about kids also. I'm the one that took the 4 kids from my husband. So what I do when I'm going down, I make sure I document with the police what's going on up here. What's going on? Yes, I do that. I have where I go to the police station, let them know when I'm going down, and I tell them what's going on. I have recorded conversations so they can hear that, and they know that I'm not stupid. I'm not playing games.
Right.
So if something happened to me when they go down, they know exactly where to go.
Yeah, you have to take precautionary measures. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Yeah?
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. Boy. Oh. Yeah, that we did up on the Warmington something, but that one threw me off. Listen, man, if you're a parent and your child come to you and tell you that something like that happened to them, how could you even fix yourself to say you not believe them? How could you even fix yourself for saying, this is a fact. Me tell boy, I mean, certain things maybe want to say, but it's how could you fix yourself to even not believe your child? Isn't it your duty as a parent? Me pray no. Me pray say none of my kids them ever come and tell me anything like that, And me pray even more, so none of my kids ever come tell me anything like that and it wasn't true. Because what about to happen after them tell me that can't be undone if it wasn't true. I don't want people to say me incite violence and do all these things, so I'm not going to spell out really what will happen, but y'all can read between the lines. Yeah. I commend that father for being there for his children and being that much. And ain't too many of us that go that far as the children need therapy and this, that, and the other. And he is in a place where he can get those things, so he's making use of it for the children's sake, so they could come out to be somewhat better human beings. Because any picnic that happened to damage, and we don't know how long that damage is going to last and keep manifesting in their life. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here right now who are adults that went through stuff like that. And them up in an age now, big grown people, and it's still affecting them in that way. So some hold it as secret. Some gonna take the secret to the grave. Some people speak out, and that's the beginning of their healing process. You know what I mean? But man, parent and a mom too. A mom. That's why I have to love all my good mother, Cause my mother will bust throat like goat for all me. Boy, some will just get the best of the best and then some get the worst. And that's just life, That's just life. How could you? But again, my brother, don't bring a picnic nowhere near. Don't bring those kids nowhere near that woman. Sad story is, You know, let me end that part by saying we have two stories to go through this morning, you know, and I want to get to them right now. But let me end this part by saying this. The sad story is a cycle where we just see. And I bet your money said this happened to the mother herself. She experienced this before, some part in her life. And she probably ran to people who she thought was there to help and protect her, or it probably happened to her at the hands of people who she thought was there to help and protect her, and the cycle come right back around. Probably even happened to our sister, and then no, them never get no kind of healing, and then the sister come do it to fear pick to them, which is our niece them, right? And if you're not careful, them niece there, we end up doing it to somebody else, and the cycle just goes round and round and just keep on going. God no. Anyhow, we're gonna switch from that. We'll do the Warmington and Dennis Meadows something. I really thought Warmington was an old gallus. I'm shocked. Words, my words gone. I'm shocked to hear them kind of allegations here. I'm not up here saying it's true. I have no way of proving any of this, but I am hearing things that are shocking. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo.
Yes, family. What go on?
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You know, I'm better watch it. I say, I wish ball with it in a, I wish ball with it in a, say, you know, I know, say, Warmington and that.
I must be in a bubble.
You know what, we learn some.
No, me never, listen, me must be in a bubble for real, because to how me see how much people know and say them know and me no know. But
seriously, I don't know which ball we in. Everybody.
So it's something what is well known.
Never name to Ava.
Oh.
Seriously. I'm like, oh well, SouFLo talks it. And Andre has been very open about what he did to him. He said, "We jack lip on his foot. Cause must in the can't want to give whiskey and sit on him in the end thing there. So we let him jerk up on his foot, call him in the road to go sleep with him." Oh my God, boy, you're missing out. Oh yeah.
You know, so I'm not gonna repeat that something that we just said right there, so.
This is true. We can't say we leak them. Serious. Everybody know that. Everybody know that story about OBC story like crazy. Man, I peer passa out there. You really not listening to what he says. Yeah. We can't believe so everyone know the tea there. Seriously, all the one when the boy go, boy going house overnight and then so the boy have mother text him and then beat up the boy up and left him the all over. I was probably two and find him way back home. What? What I tell you? Pure nonsense, master. What can I tell you?
So how that the man, you know? So how him stay in a?
I got me wonder.
How him stay in a position?
And then feather flock together, all of them mix up.
God.
Secrets and secrets. Secrets, SouFLo, secrets. And about the biggest lodge, man. You know, what's the picture with the thing in house? We're showing picture in a lodge meeting, in a lodge gown and everything, and a big something on the neck.
Wait there.
That big lodge, man, inside.
So that doctor brother there, him name Dr. something, forget him name. Dr. Nigel Clark or something like that. Me not think of him. There's somebody out there named Dr. something. I don't remember his name right now. Somebody did send me go over there go watch it, and he was busting out and him talk about Nigel Clark
Dr. OBC attack, man. OBC radio.
Yes.
In chat out what them business. Media man business, everybody business.
Tell me name it again, cause me did I watch it one time and me did.
It's OBC. If you just type in OBC for anything, you see him come up.
Me find it back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Mr. Bram. Yes, right. That's all.
If you ever go for talk with talk, blah 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 blah, everybody mix up.
So one time somebody sent me over there and I was listening, but the detail them did not scare me so much, It's like me pause and me just never go back over there because me did afraid.
You get scared.
Yeah, me did
watch the
afraid.
series. You watch the series. Fred up. Go down my series. The one in the talk about Beanie Man and some other
I'm
people.
afraid me did afraid. I'm afraid me did afraid. I'm afraid me did afraid.
All people there.
All right.
How fear is it?
All right, family. My granny back
Sorry, we talk to you later.
All right, later here. All right, so here what? It's not afraid me did afraid. I remember what it was. It was busting out secrets on I think his Minister of Finance Nigel Clark. And he was talking about these secret parties that them have and what goes on behind closed doors and all these things. And his encounter with certain of those individuals. I say, it's like me dropping a migla on gay porn. And true, me not gay, me not watch gay porn, so me did feel kind of uncomfortable consuming those details. But me stop. I'm going to start do some research. Because what I do is I vet my sources. So if you start telling me something, I'm probably going to be digging into your background before I publish what you told me. That means say come correct. And what I found was disturbing. So I made it stop right there. So yeah, so they I guess let's put it this way. Where him accuse people of, him in a that too. That's how me find out. So and it was something along the lines of what that father just called about just now with his two daughters, but another daughters. I did why pick me. Yeah, that me did find out. That's why I never go back over there. That was it. Anyhow, I have to wrap this up this morning, literally. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into. I want to bust out this story real quick. A Russian person. I switch gear right now. I'm gonna go back over there though. I go back over there. Maybe you have to take a break from that though, because the information that's coming from over there was yes, Veronica Gale. And he said that he was that. Yeah, Devin Gale. He said that him was that, but when me find out that not that he was that, but that the charges that certain people did have upon them before, that kind of stopped me right there, kind of thing. A serious accident took place in Jamaica recently, right? Let me show you how Jamaica run. I just want to breeze past this, then we'll get into the two last stories. A serious accident took place in Jamaica recently, which multiple people died in that accident. And the person who is responsible for the accident is a Russian national, come from Russia, but he's in Jamaica. I don't know if he's a Russian businessman. However, so I'm have to go court now. I don't know if he was drunk driving or under medication or inebriated and kill off a bag of people on the road, right? See the Lady J. Lady J, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right there. If you don't know, go in our comment section, look at Lady J comment right now. That was the turn-off point for me. So since Lady J put it right there, so let me say it like this. When I realized it was a registered sex offender that had violated a child, according to the documents I found, me did just stop, go over there, go listen. Cause you can see how. Yeah, you can see how, right? All right. So I never want to hear from him again. Right. So y'all know what I'm talking about. You're up on the same page. Now, the Russian man charged with 4 counts of manslaughter in Jamaica. They gave him his permission to leave Jamaica and return to Russia for 1 month. Man, this man have a court case that's open. He's supposed to be before the courts in Jamaica. Him have, guess who his attorney is? None other than King's Counsel Peter Champagne. Peter Champagne argued for his passport to be returned and stated that he would arrive back in Jamaica April 1st. Now, if I'm facing 4 counts of manslaughter in a country that I'm not from, and it's highly likely I might be convicted, and you give me back my passport and tell me, say, go on my yard and take a month break, cross the oceans, Russia don't have no extradition laws, treaties with Jamaica. Jamaica never extradite anybody out of any country back into Jamaica yet. Murderer run go a foreign and Jamaica just leave them and hope that one day they come back. And one person may ever get sent back into Jamaica, and it was a police officer who went against the law and did some stuff like probably about 2 years ago. Yeah. So just the fact that this man is now out of here back to Russia, it's going to be interesting to see if he will return to Jamaica to go to court. After hearing the request by his attorney, Peter Champagne, Justice Leighton Pusey, the judge, said that the Russian man, your bail conditions are varied, which is that permission will be granted for you to have your passport back, returned to you tomorrow. And I don't think it's realistic to say that you are going to get it today. He has permission to leave the island on March 1st, the judge said, which is today. Justice Pusey then asked for the time of his scheduled flight to leave the island. Given his return date would be a public holiday, Easter Monday, Justice Pusey stated that the passport should be returned on April 2nd. His name is Zestev. Zestev is to return to court December 2nd of 2024. The early morning crash that he is said to be responsible for that happened on December 11th of 2022. It claimed the lives of 57-year-old Rosemary Roberts Banton, 18-year-old Zachary Heslop, 53-year-old taxi operator Delroy Grant, and Camille Stevenson Grant, all 4 of them. All 4 victims were from the Seaview Garden area in St. Andrew. And reports from Harborview Police are that around 5:45 a.m. early morning, Grant was driving his Toyota Succeed motor car along the roadway when, on reaching the vicinity of a roundabout, out of nowhere came Zestev, the Russian guy, barreling at full speed, and a collision occurred with the Toyota Prado Land Cruiser that the Russian was driving. Total them car, killer 4 Jamaican, and now he's on his way back to Russia today. And Jamaica think that he's a judge in Jamaica thinks that he's gonna be back in a month. Me not think he might come back, but we'll see. Or I'm digging to see who he really is, because if he's a prominent businessman in Jamaica and he owns a lot of stuff, then more than likely he's not gonna run. Cause not gonna run well if all him riches and wealth, right? And he probably feels empowered and protected as well. I'll be digging more into this. I'll be staying close to this. But bet you my last dollar, him now come back from Russia. That's what the first thing somebody says. Who thinks he will return? The next person said, I would like to know how this judge arrived at this decision to allow this person to leave the island after killing 4 people. I have already come to the decision that most of the judges in Jamaica, and a decision like this is not helping their case at all. And another person says, I would very much like to see the rationale behind this decision. Is there some treaty between Jamaica and Russia that we don't know about? No, there isn't. But I think his money is long and he is in the skin to win. Not a story I wanted to talk about this morning. Moving right along. You don't hear about this madman. He's a Jamaican. Him shoot 3 police officers in the US. Lady J said, that's crazy. He don't have to come back. Somebody local would not get those privileges. To Russia, and then give him passport. Say, see you in a month. Come back in a month to face these manslaughter charges, okay? Quadruple manslaughter charges. Why? I don't know. But that's Jamaica for you. Like I told you before, though, Jamaica lock up who they want to lock up. And then free up who they want to free up. We don't know what connections the man they have. We don't know what he is on the island. But I'm going to dig to find out. Now, this story, animal cruelty suspect. I seen a headline that says Jamaican shoots 3 cops in the US. So the first thing me say is him dead. But it look like him not dead neither. Animal cruelty suspect. If you look at the icon for the video this morning, the front picture, that big face you see in the middle, that's the person. On the side, you will see 2 pictures on each side. That's the other stories to represent the other stories. The Collymore story and the Beachy Stout update and the Warmington and the Dennis Meadows are on the sides. But this is the person. According to Washington, D.C. news, the animal cruelty suspect that is charged with shooting 3 Metropolitan Police officers that led to a 13-hour standoff earlier this month is in the country illegally. He's an illegal immigrant too. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, has now confirmed to Channel 7 News Wednesday morning that he is in the country illegally. His real name is Stephen Claude Rattigan. He also goes under the alias Julius James. And he's accused of shooting 3 police officers when they arrived, a bad man, when they arrived at his home in early morning hours on Valentine's Day to serve an arrest warrant on behalf of the Humane Rescue Alliance for cruelty to animals. A 4th officer was also injured. The HRA said about a total of 31 dogs. People, I don't know, big yard, the man living in an apartment, 31 dogs were found inside of the home. 20 adult dogs, 11 puppies. All of them appear to be American bullies, pit bull breed, or a mix of that breed. Their ages range from 2 months old small puppies to several years old older dogs. If you ask me, he was breeding and selling dogs. If you know anything about breeding and selling dogs, especially a certain breed, you know that there's a whole heap of money in it. Now, federal authorities can you imagine what in the smell like with 30 odd dog in there? Federal authorities are telling Channel 7 News that Rattigan is in the country illegally as well. And ICE said that Rattigan's criminal history dates back to 1995. And he is a citizen of Jamaica. Previously, he was reportedly removed from the US on a deportation flight to Jamaica in 2001. And somewhere he later re-entered the US illegally. ICE officials says that MPD charged Rattigan, the police department has charged him with 3 counts of assault on police officers, cruelty to animals, aggravated assault, knowingly grave risk, and those are some of his charges. If you shot police officers, they're probably going to charge you with attempted murder as well. So I'm looking forward to hearing about 3 counts of attempted murder as well. On February 15th, Aero, Washington, D.C. filed an immigration detainer requesting to have Rattigan transferred to ERO custody once his time is served. So immigration want him after the police does what they do or should do with him, which means he will be heading back to Jamaica after. Crazy story. Crazy story. I'm tired for telling us I will not come foreign, but most of us that come here, that's not how we end up, anyways. Most of us that come here, we end up come work hard and try and make something of ourselves. But it's always the one and two that end up like this, and embarrassing. I see one person was cussing me out the other day about the flag, because I have on my Instagram, my Jamaican flag is behind me. So I said something about something about immigration, and the person was like, "Yeah, and you and your kind like just love handouts and free stuff and all this." And I went and looked at the person before I responded. I mean, not even anybody want to respond, because that person they don't know, they see you with the immigrant flag, and they feel like, oh, you're one of them, and you cross the border illegally, and you're begging for help, and you love handout, and you came here to commit crimes and all this other stuff. My life couldn't be more upstanding and more of an example of doing the right thing and exploiting all opportunities, not begging a handout, and at the top of that, sacrifice. Because I sacrifice enough. I slept in snow when American born was sleeping in a comfortable bed. I missed many years of being home for every holiday while you were home celebrating every holiday. And it's your right I was fighting to protect, so you could be able to stay home and enjoy these holidays and even talk shit to me when you see me too, because you have freedom of speech too. You know what I'm saying? But we don't take it no way. In the military, they say to you like this, right? When you put this uniform on, you understand that you protect the rights of everybody, even the ignorant mother effers that you might not like, that say ignorant things about you. Even them have the right to say what them say, and you actually fight to protect even that, because that's how our way of life is. So we accept that. We accept that. But people will always continue to use people like him to judge all of us. And we just have to keep on being shining examples of that's not us. That's one of those. But that ain't all of us. That's not even a good representation of the majority of us. And we know that, right? Kataja Empress, yeah, man. It was a pleasure and pain. But that's the only way I can describe it. It was pleasure and pain. That's it. Had wild days and crying nights and happy moments too. It's an experience. Yeah. Moving right along though. Yesterday I gave some gruesome and intricate confession stories from the Collymore case trial that's happening right now, where one of the hitmen have turned state evidence and is testifying against the rest of them, right? Saying that this businessman hired them to kill his wife. Well, the case continues and there is more. There is more. The murder convict turned prosecution witness, Wade Blackwood, the one who said yesterday that he didn't want to do any of this, and he wasn't even involved in their gang. It was his brother that was involved in their gang, but his brother got caught with a gun which belonged to the gang leader, the Don, and them take away the gun, and his brother is in prison doing time behind it. So they came and got him, the younger brother, and said, you have to pay off your brother debt. And how you going to pay the debt off? We have a contract to do a murder. You going to ride that shot. We're going to get the money, $2 million, but you not get none of it. Because that is how much your brother owe. Whatever percentage you are going to get is how much your brother owe. And you don't have no choice neither. Because if you don't do it, we'll kill your mother, your granny, your cousin them, some other family member too. So he was afraid, according to his confession, right? Well, he continues to testify. Murder convict turned prosecution witness Wade Blackwood on Thursday, which is yesterday, insisted that he knows Michael Adams, the man who received the actual contract to murder Simone Campbell Collymore from her husband, while the defense charged that you don't know him, you only knew of his existence. Blackwood said, nah, I know him. Blackwood continues to paint this grim picture of January 2nd, 2018, when he was forced to go on this deadly mission with the unruly gang from Brook Valley in Duaney Park to kill Simone Campbell Collymore. Her taxi driver, Winston Walters, also died in that attack. Now, while being drilled by Sanjay Smith, the defense lawyer for Adams, Blackwood insisted that I know him. I've known him since 2014, even though he did not know his full name in 2018 when the attack took place. But I've known him since 2014. A whole heap of people we know, but we only know them by their nickname. We don't know them full name. So me not knowing his full name doesn't mean that I don't know him. I know him. And I've known him since 2014. Adams came into Brook Valley 6 days. I always hear them call him Adams. I would always see Adams and him friend them with the unruly man them. And them would have stay round here until nighttime. Smith said, and in all those years, you claim that you're seeing Mr. Adams. You did not know his first name? To which Blackwood responded, I did not. I always hear them call him Adams. When me go round this upon the unruly ends. So me just call him Adams too. Don't have any reason to know his first name or government name. After much drilling from the attorney and being asked where Adams lived then, he eventually said that he remembered that Adams lived in Rosetown near Tivoli Gardens, but he did not know his telephone number. I'm suggesting the reason that you do not know his first name is because you really don't know him. The attorney. Do you agree or you disagree? I don't know what kind of attorney this, because the man done tell you multiple times already, say him know him. Now you're asking him, do you agree or disagree? Of course he's going to disagree. Smith said, do you agree or disagree? To which Blackwood responded, I know him, sir, because he is always coming at the scheme on the unruly ends. And I go out there a lot of the time and I go sit with them, sir. Smith then continued with the question. If you truly know somebody, you know their first name, man. To which Blackwood responded, no, sir. I can tell you something. Me have a brother. I only know him first name. I don't know his last name. So you're saying I don't know him. It is alleged that Adams was the person who Collymore contracted to carry out the hit on his wife, Simone. Blackwood reiterated the statement he made on Wednesday that he was forced to be a part of the shooting because his brother had been caught with a gun that belonged to the unruly gang, and Jim, his accomplice, who is now deceased after being shot by the police, reportedly threatened that if Blackwood refused, he, his mother, or some other family members of his would be killed. He was first cross-examined by Diane Jobson, legal counsel and attorney for Collymore. Collymore attorney, I go drill him now. Collymore attorney drilled him repeatedly and asked him about the initial moment that his mother found out that he was a murderer. He said that his mother cursed him and run him out of our house. After she saw the televised report with me in it during the news broadcast, my mother watched the news and she see. And then she approached me and she was cursing. And me just tell her the truth. Me just tell her the truth, miss. What Blackwood said to Jobson at the start of the day's proceedings. She said, me never grow you for fire no gun. That she said to me, miss. Blackwood was then taken into custody on June 20th, 2018, where he gave his caution statement 5 months after the attack. In court, Blackwood's caution statement was shown to him and then read aloud by the clerk of the court. He was initially charged along with Campbell Collymore's widower, Omar Collymore, along with Michael Adams, Dwayne Pink, and Shaquille Edwards for the double murder, but he pleaded guilty first. Campbell Collymore and Walters were shot and killed outside of the gate of the businesswoman's Forest Ridge apartment in Red Hills, St. Andrew. Blackwood is currently serving 2 life sentences, but he will be eligible for parole after 20 years. Reiterated his testimony on Wednesday that Collymore tried to influence him to lie after he told him that he was going to plead guilty. He had a conversation with Collymore and he told him, "Me go plead guilty, you know." While being cross-examined by Jobson, who is Collymore's attorney, he said that it was the first time that he had actually held a gun in his life under stress and duress. Jobson then proceeded to ask him, "So how you know it was a Glock then? If I your first time a whole gun, how you know it was a Glock?" He responded and said, "I see it right on the gun. It write Glock 26, miss." She then asked him how he knew how many shots were in the magazine. He said Jim did say a 10 shot in there. And Skillyman take it out and told me it was 8. So Mr. Blackwood, you handle the gun really well, man. For a man who just a hold a gun for the first time. What the attorney is trying to do here is trying to paint a picture that this young man is actually some kind of gun expert that regularly holds a gun and probably did this willingly. He wasn't under no stress and duress or threat. So Mr. Blackwood, you handle the gun really well, man, for a man who just a hold a gun for the first time, the attorney said. And he replied and said, "I was just following Jim, miss. Him tell you how to fire the shot and all of that too?" He said, "No, he did not tell me. I only pressed the trigger 6 times," Blackwood said. And the 6 shots got into the lady. To which Blackwood responded, "Yeah." After reaching back and Skillyman them take out the magazine, Skillyman said 2 shots left in the clip. Jobson wanted to play surveillance footage of the attack, but audio equipment had not been arranged for that session in court to accommodate it. She then commented and said, "Mr. Blackwood, for a man who never have no gun, you look very efficient when you're pumping shots into the car, you know." Blackwood returned to court today for the continuation of his cross-examination. That's going to be today, where they will continue to grill him, continue to try their best to discredit him, because they want this to stick to him. Like, you kill the people them because you wanted to, not because anybody did threaten you and said them are gonna kill your mother and kill your father or kill your granny or whatever. Right. So that's the forward for the Collymore case. And our last one that's going to take us out of here for the weekend now is following up information about the Beachy Stout trial. As y'all know, Beachy Stout trial is nearing its end. A verdict is about to be read sometime soon. I've made my prediction that Oscar Barnes, the man that is tried alongside Beachy Stout, will definitely be walking out free. I'm going to be very, very surprised if anything else happens. And I'm also kind of suspicious now, thinking Beachy probably going to walk out free as well. So, Justice Chester Stamp, which is the same judge from the other case that I just told you about, the Collymore case. Justice Chester Stamp, again, on Thursday pleaded with members of the jury pool not to speak with anyone about the ongoing murder trial involving Everton, Beachy Stout McDonald, and Oscar Barnes. The trial judge made a special effort to advise the 7-member jury. Bribery components became a bone of contention at the just concluded Vybz Kartel appeal hearing in the United Kingdom. He said, "Go now and return on Monday. Remember my admonition every time we part, which must be taken more seriously now. I know you've been taking it seriously, but more importantly, please don't speak to anyone about the case and let no one speak to you," Justice Stamp said. Jamaica have to do better than this. So you want to tell me, say no, you're going to let them go for the weekend, the jury gone home for the weekend, right? And the judge said, don't speak. We are Jamaican people. What you mean, don't speak? To the first thing somebody are going to do, I pass me some compare there. Roll up and split for a weekend. Yeah, where food there? And then start talks. Me say, why look like them all go the one Beachy, you know. Yeah, cause me and Simone dep on the same jury. And Latisha. And Ben from around yeah, him depend there too. Well, he must say him no vote guilty, but me feel like the rest of we are gonna vote not guilty. So that's all they're gonna do is talk out the case. You let the people them go for the weekend and tell them don't talk to nobody about it, and you actually believe that they're not gonna talk to nobody about it. Jamaican people not gonna talk to nobody about it. The only way that could happen is if they sequestered the jurors. If they locked them in and kept them in a hotel room over the weekend and they make them deliberate between themselves, deso, with no contact with the outside world. Bring them food to them, bring them whatever to them can't left the hotel. That is the only way. But you send them gone for the weekend. Tell them come back on Monday now. You sound like that guy that gave the woman the coat and talk about go out there and fight them now. And remember, bullets cannot penetrate this this cloak. Brother said, why the first bullet him to fly through the door? What shang peng? The woman turn back and take off the cloak and give him back. and give him it back. That's impossible to do. Impossible. And your whole family are going to ask you to, Daddy, so what go on with the case? You think them all let him out? Or no, I go say him guilty or no, I go say him innocent? Go now and return on Monday. And remember my admonition. And they spoke about the Vybz Kartel case and how that case got frigged in the UK because, you know, jury corruption, and the judge kept going when the judge should have at least eliminated the individual who was accused of corrupting the jury pool. But he kept the same accused in and went all the way to the end of the case, which means that a true verdict was not delivered. Based on that, watch the outcome of the Vybz Kartel case, which is what this judge is telling these people now. So the judge is expected to continue his summation on Monday. Oscar Barnes is 39 years old, and Portland businessman Everton Beachy Stout is 69 years old. And they're on trial for the murder of Beachy's 32-year-old wife, Tanya McDonald, who was his second wife. 32, 69, 32 at time of death, 2020. She'll be 2022, 34. She'll be 34, 35 today. 69, 876, 66. He was 64. Yeah, 32. Yeah, what you do with 65-year-old man? But anyhow, age is just a number, so they say. Two grown people doing their thing. None of my business. She's not a minor, and him never drag her away. The next 6 months long trial is nearing complete. The near 6 month long trial is now nearing completion, and a verdict could be reached as early as sometime next week, Monday, Tuesday, around that time. In his summation on Thursday, Judge Stamp reminded the jurors, which is 3 females and 4 males, of the evidence given by the lead investigator in the case. He reminded them of the date the investigations took place, took control of the case, and when he went to Portland to meet with McDonald, who was not yet an accused person. The judge revisited the occasion when the investigator provided sympathy and empathy to the bereaved businessman on the death of his wife, not yet following him as a suspect, just going there to support him before they found out that, Delvalin Bobla Minot had other things to say. McDonald reportedly gave the police 2 telephone numbers, one belonging to him and the other one belonging to Tanya. These numbers were significant in the cell site data that was provided as evidence by the prosecution. The jurors heard, in summary, from Justice Stamp, how when McDonald gave 2 statements to the police and what was included in those 2 statements. In one of the statements, Beachy Stout McDonald reportedly said that his wife found a photo of a woman's genitalia on his phone and put it on her status. So a woman send him a sexy pic or naked pic and him wife see it. So she wanted to bust out the woman's secret. So she take it and put it on her social media status. So the whole of your front gone to the world now. In another excerpt, Beachy Stout McDonald allegedly said, people say, my wife out here participate in an orgy. He also said that his wife loved to party and did so with her best friends, who he did name. The prosecution in closing argument said that McDonald wanted Tanya dead because he believed that she was giving him bun, a Jamaican term we use for infidelity. Now, during the summation, McDonald, dressed in full black, with sandals on, hung his head, shaking his head. Barnes, on the other hand, looked on attentively at the judge. The accused men are also charged for conspiracy to murder. So the conspiracy to murder charge disappeared, but it come back somehow. We'll see how this goes. That is the follow-up for the Beachy Stout trial for those who want to know, and that is what's taking us out of here this weekend. Hear me, I say. It's a beautiful weekend. The weather is warming up, especially for those of us in beautiful Florida. Go outside and have you some sunshine. Walk good. Be good. Do good things. Sow good seeds. So karma comes back to you in a good way, yes? Be conscious of the things you do and know that actions cause reactions and have consequences. All right? And I'll catch you sometime soon back here on this platform. One love. I'm out. Peace. It's cold in Georgia. I'll send some warm vibrations to you. It's like 80 degrees here in Florida. And y'all right next door to us. Y'all man, warm over here. You might want to come this way. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm out. Peace.